Hello, everybody. This is Vinnie. We are going to get back into the Merrill Bologna webinar. We did phase one. Now we're going to do phase two. Now, I had to go on a phone call when this seminar happened or webinar happened. So we're going to watch it together. Now, I fast forwarded literally 15 minutes because it was all pom-pom motivational bullshit, okay? So I was just sick and tired of listening to it, right? You don't need to hear pom-pom motivational malarkey, okay? So what we're going to do, we fast forward it, right? And we're going to go from there. Let me just fix it up here. Give me a second. And we're going to watch his webinar together, all right? If I can fix it here. Why won't it let me fix it? Hello? I'm having a hard time, folks, as you can see. All right, let me do this. Hold on. All right, I'm working on it. Just bear with me. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Lawyer. I'm a real estate investor. I'm not a CPA, and so I'm not
All right,
making.
let's see what this says. The following information is for educational purposes only. We will not be providing financial, legal, professional advice. We will introduce you to strategies that we use, but they may not apply to your personal situation. So always speak with your team of professionals before applying any of these strategies learned today. Now, let me explain what this means, okay? He's telling you, listen, unless you have a team of professionals around you, you're done, okay? That's what he's telling you. And he's telling you that we're going to give you some strategies that we use, but most likely you're not going to be able to use them, okay? And here's the other thing. Every single person is different when it comes to real estate investing. I've been saying this forever. I have students that have $10, $15 million in the bank. I've got students that are CEOs of companies. I have well-off people, and then I have people that don't have a penny to their name, okay? Every situation is different. And the people that have money, good credit, jobs, they can do a lot of things that people that don't have money, okay, or credit, okay? And that's what he's telling you here. He's literally saying to you, right? We're going to introduce you strategies that we use, but they not apply to you. Speak with your team of professionals. Do you have a team of professionals?
Specific financial recommendations about what you should do.
Let's keep. All right, let's see what this says. Whoop, let's take it back. Any examples depicting profits, earnings, or results should not, look what he's telling you, should not be interpreted as typical. Assume the average patient makes little or no money. He's telling you you're not going to make any money. He's telling you. Okay? The reason why, don't go with this advanced coaching and things like that. Forget this, right? It's people that already have money, have credit, have job. They've got more opportunities. The students depicted this have purchased advanced coaching services, and some of my students may now be working as one of our coaches. Okay? And so we cannot provide typical results. This takes hard work. No kidding. I've been saying this forever. This is something that a normal average Joe cannot go out and make money all of a sudden. You have to get educated first. And I'm not talking about this type of education. Go out and learn wholesaling and this bullshit. He's telling you you're not going to make any money. So why not just stop right here?
If you spend the time to learn how to invest.
See, now he's going to get into pom-pom for motivation, right?
Instead of them trading time for money.
Right. We know time is more important, right? Money working. We understand that. We understand retirement, right? We understand this. Work hard and save, learn to invest, right? We get all that, right? But the problem real estate solves, right? Yeah, we understand real estate is great. I owned a lot of it, right? We get all that. We understand building it, right? We understand cash flow. If you don't understand cash flow, right? Debt reduction, right? Cash flash flow. We understand all this, okay? Property appreciation, that means the value goes up, okay? That's what it means. I mean, okay, here's their approach. Okay, this is all that matters. So just
Beauty of real estate.
let me tell you what's going on so far. Okay, he's literally 38 minutes into the seminar. And he has literally said nothing positive about real estate or education. He's telling you how great, listen, everybody knows how great real estate is. You wouldn't be interested in it. We all know you can make cash flow, you can make money if you're going to flip it. Whatever the situation is, we understand, right? We get it. Okay? He just told us that you're not going to make any money. So now, let's get into his approach, okay? And what he says, and I'm going to help you understand it.
Is that there's different strategies and different approaches. And so...
Yes, and everybody is different. Everybody's different. Because depending on your situation, right, that's what you're going to be able to go and do.
That's what we did. We said, hey, for every property that we flip, when we earn a profit, let's go out and buy another rental, right? If we flip 2 properties, let's go buy another rental. And so for the last 18 years, our approach has been the same. We flip properties, we take those profits, and we buy rental assets that we hold long.
Well, let me tell you something. Not every time do you make money flipping properties, especially the newbies. Okay, they don't make money. The majority of the people, I'm going to say over 90% of newbies that go out and flip a home lose money. So how are they going to go buy a rental property? You're better out, you are way better learning some strategic finances to buy rental properties without trying to flip a property first. Okay? It's very simple. You don't have to go flip a property to get the money to buy a rental property to get the financial freedom. You don't need to do that. Okay? You're going to lose, I guarantee you will lose money flipping properties if you're new or not a contractor. Okay?
Long term, and that's what's created financial freedom. This is what we teach our students. The first thing you want to do on a weekend, right?
Here, difference between an amateur and a
educated
professional.
Investor manages those risks, reduces those risks. They get educated. They have systems. They have tools. They have a process for how they run the business. And the reason I realized the difference, when I first realized the difference between an amateur and a professional is when we bought our very first property that we were going to fix and flip. So this is a property we bought at an auction, and we made every mistake under the book. We worked on this property for
See, just like I said, every newbie makes all the mistakes. You don't know how to estimate. You don't know the real values of a property. You get bad contractors. You lose your shirt. You think it's going to cost you 50 grand. It costs you 100. How many times can you make that mistake? Remember, he was an NFL player that started out with a lot of cash.
6 months doing a lot of the work ourselves, working alongside contractors, doing everything wrong. At the end of the day, after 6 months of hard work and countless hours put into this deal, we made a measly 27 grand. And I'll be frank, we could have just as easily lost money on this deal.
I guarantee they didn't make $27,000. I guarantee they didn't make $27,000, right? You're forgetting you got to pay taxes. I guarantee they didn't make 27 grand. Yeah, I don't even want to listen to the story. Let's get into other shit. What's the McDonald's for?
$1 million to start. Why does Sally, who wants to start a hamburger restaurant, invest $1 million in a McDonald's franchise versus just trying to wing it on her own? Why doesn't she go start Sally's Hamburgers down the street? Because Sally realizes that.
Oh my God! He wants you to sell his system. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking scumbag. I mean, come on. He's going to talk about oh my God, about the difference about how nice the house is going to be. Come on.
To this construction project, we had the scope of work of exactly what was to go into this kitchen, documented for our contractor.
Let me tell you something. If you don't know how to go in and fix and flip a property up, you don't know the values of kitchens, bathrooms, cabinets. Like, first off, this professional one is shit too. Okay? He's got one upper cabinet. Meaning this. Sorry. He's got one upper cabinet. Right? What's so great about that? At least up here you got cabinets. They're junk and they're crap. Like, just stop. Look about professional and amateur. Right? Stop. There's no. I'm a professional. What? Because you did 3 or 4 of them? Cares. God.
And they just followed our system, and they installed
follow the system. Our system
is
follow our
different.
system.
The house on the right, I spent 0 hours managing the construction project. I have contractors and a team.
Let me tell you something. If you spend 0 hours at your job site, you're getting fucked. Unless it's your brother, mother, father, or sister overseeing the job site. Okay? So you think that you're not going to be hands-on and not get taken advantage of? Well, I got my crew. Yeah, well, because you're overpaying them. Right? I mean, come on. Like, listen, what I'm saying is, I have a student, Jimmy, right? He's a contractor, okay? And yes, he could go out there and he'll tell you that he lost money on a ton of properties up front. He had to go into his 401k, into his IRA. His wife wanted him to go back to his regular job, right? It was like, this is terrible. But he stuck it out. And you know what made him survive? Is that he became a handyman on the side, okay? So he supplemented his flipping his houses with all of his losses with going out and fixing up other people's houses so that he could have money coming in, okay? So now he flips a house on the side, but he does all the construction stuff on the side, okay? Because if you think that if you have a system and you're going to become successful, you're insane. It's all about the numbers. It's the numbers. You buy it right. You, listen to me. You do not make money selling a property. You make it when you buy it. Because if you buy it bad, you ain't selling it good. You make the money up front when you buy a property the right way at the right price so that you can go in and fix it up. You don't need a system. There is a system, right? You go in, you got to make sure that, like I said, me and my wife go in, we do our first cursory look. We bring our contractor in that we've been dealing with for 30 years. We make sure that he goes through it with a fine-tooth comb. We compare our notes. We then go compare our estimates. My wife makes an estimate. I make an estimate. My contractor makes an estimate. Okay? Then we have a contingency fund, a just-in-case fund, right? What if funds? What if this happens? What if this happens? And if you got your numbers right, you should be okay. But you need good contractors, good HVAC, good plumbers, good electricians, good painters, good drywall guys, good rug company, good appliance company. That's what you need. It's not about a system. It's about learning how to work the numbers. If the numbers work, the numbers work. But you also need a crew to be able to get in and get out. Because time is money. And if you spend 6 months on a flip, you're losing money. Especially because you're paying a hard money lender. It's not a system. Okay? It's learning how to run the numbers, making sure your numbers are right. You buy it right. You make sure your construction costs are what they're supposed to be. You try not to go over budget. You stay on time. It is not rocket science. You don't need a system. What happened now? I don't hear him. I'm not hearing anything. Hold on. Why is my earpiece not working? This is the problem. I'm trying to get my stuff working, and it just stops working. I don't know why. Come on. Come back on. I'm trying to get my earpiece back on so I can listen to this guy. I'm going to have to buy a set. I thought I could do it with Bluetooth, but obviously, I mean, sometimes it's working. Is it working? Let's see. Come on, people. Why isn't this not working?
Down exactly what goes into that home.
I can't hear it.
Write down every single...
I need to put it on pause again. Come on, mother frigger. Work, for God's sake. Are you going to work or no? I don't know. My stupid earpiece stops working.
Material that goes in, and if we have a successful result, we'll reuse that recipe over again. It's like a template or a recipe.
Oh,
and so that's what we started doing for every area of the business, from marketing to raising money to wholesaling to how we underwrite deals to how we rehab and manage the construction to how we sell properties. We created systems. And I'll give you...
So, all right, I will tell you this. All right? Let me find this. Let me see what happened here. All right, let's stop right there.
What we started doing.
Okay. Oh, I do agree with this right here. Market for deals. I like that idea, right? Go out there and market for your own deals. Go find your own deals, right? Now, if you want to be proactive and you can send direct mail pieces out, you could do all sorts of different email things, all sorts of things, right? Raising money for deals. Listen, hard money lenders, they're a dime a dozen. They're all over the sun, right? Wholesaling real estate, come on, stop. Acquiring properties, which means just buying them, rehabbing them, and then properties, and then selling them. Okay, what is he talking about? But I like marketing deals. Hard money guys, they're a dime a dozen. So I don't know what he's quite talking about right there. All right, so but let's continue.
Every area of the business, from marketing to raising money to wholesaling to how we underwrite deals to how we rehab and manage the construction to how we sell properties, we created systems. And I'll give you an example.
Oh, God.
The property that you see right here at the top, Noreen Way, was a rehab that we did utilizing a template for the kitchen. So all the items that go into this...
You don't need a template. You don't need a damn template. If you need a template, you're in over your head. Okay? If you need a template, you're in over your head. I'm telling you that right now. You don't know what you're doing.
Kitchen, from the cabinets to the countertops to the flooring to the paint, everything is documented in a spreadsheet in software that we utilize. And we created this template from...
Listen, if you don't know how to run the numbers, which I've been saying, you're done. Okay, if you want to go put them in a spreadsheet, go ahead. I mean, but if you don't know how to run the numbers, you're done.
Nolan, this was the first time on Nolan Avenue, was the first time that we utilized this material set. And we sold the house. We got great feedback. The kitchen didn't cost us too much money to do. The contractors were able to install it really quickly. And so we had a template. We got feedback from realtors that buyers walking through loved the property. So we said, let's reuse that recipe in this price point of home.
I mean, how dumb are like listen, this is what you need to understand. You have to know your market. You're not going to put Home Depot kitchen cabinets in a $2 million house. Okay? When I build my estates, I am doing custom cabinetry. Okay? I'm going to show you the last house that I just built. Okay? I'm going to show you the last house I just built. Okay? Now, this house is a $2 million house. Okay? It's a $2 million house. And let me find, I got it. Their pictures are out of order. Okay? They're out of order. Let me see if I can. Okay? If I can open it up. Just bear with me. Okay? Here's the last house that I built. Okay? It's in Villanova, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 4.5 baths. Okay? Now, am I going to put Home Depot cabinets in this house? No! That's the upstairs. That's the powder room, right? And as you can see, it's a custom cabinet. Now, I didn't like that cabinet at all, but, I was talked into it, right? This is just, if you notice, by the way, I'm doing 2/1 windows, or 2/0, right? 2/0 windows throughout the house, right? Through the whole house. Now, that's my living room, okay? Right? All nicely done. Look at, by the way, this is the same stuff that I put on the kitchen countertops. I matched it. Okay, there's my kitchen counter. Okay, now who's got a nicer house? This house or Than Merrill's house? Okay, now I had a crew. I have a very, very good crew that I can go in and do stuff. Look at my cabinets. They go to the ceiling. They've got crown molding to the ceiling. 3-piece crown molding. I'm putting Wolf and Sub-Zero in everywhere. Okay? That's behind the kitchen. That's as soon as you walk in. Okay? That's the laundry room. That's my laundry room. Okay? That's my laundry room. Right? And the pictures kind of go the other way. Right? That's one of the beds. I don't like this here, but the designer talked me into that for whatever reason, to put towels in there, whatever. Right? That's a spare bedroom. That's the master bath. The floors are all heated. That's the private, where you go to bathroom, right? That's the entranceway, right? As you can see, these custom doors were tried to mimic the 2/0 window, right? So try to do it exactly. All custom, right? That's the living room, right? Looking back into the kitchen, right? I mean, that's done. I mean, that's nice, right? I mean, okay. So, I don't want to hear like I repeated it. Listen, you need to know you're not going to put Home Depot cabinets in that house. Okay? Now, if I'm doing a house that's $100,000, $200,000, I'm not putting custom cabinets in it. Okay? I'm doing what the neighborhood is expecting of that. Okay? You just need common sense. The most important thing so you understand are the numbers. Okay? The numbers. Okay? The numbers. Not systems.
Over and over again. And maybe we have to add or subtract a few linear feet of cabinetry, but we'll just keep doing it. And so in Noreen Way, we did it, we took the Nolan, we put it in Noreen Way, we did it in Grafton, we did it in Del Rio. We've done this kitchen template in at least 20 different homes.
Who cares?
Figure out how big
oh my God!
Example,
Kitchen
this
templates.
is the scope.
Who cares? Like this.
On their very
Listen, I'm not saying it's wrong or bad,
capital,
right?
We'll just dream up.
Right.
Different ways, both on market
All right.
There's a lot.
All right. How do we
of
find
different ways to
discounted
find
deals?
deals. You know, when I
Okay.
got started-
Discounted deals. Here comes the typical,
driving
prototypical, same
around,
stupid answers.
making a list of vacant properties, doing everything inefficiently. Wasn't able to get in contact with the homeowners and just didn't really know how to go about it. Started reaching out to some agents who didn't give me the time of day. You know, today we have a very streamlined process for how we find deals. And we do it in a variety of different ways, both on market and off market. On market would be listed properties. You know, we have a process for how we reach out to agents, what we say to agents, the script that we use.
He literally just said a second ago, agents gave him no time of day. He literally just said that. Now he says, oh, we have a system for the agents. You know.
So that we get agents who pay attention to us and who bring us deals that have not yet been listed or pocket listings. We have agents that feed us deals all the time because we took the time to create relationships with them.
No, that's not true. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you this, okay? It has nothing to do with a relationship. Realtors are the laziest sons of bitches on the planet. They're check-chasing pigs. Not all of them. Listen, my sister's a realtor. I got dear friends that are realtors. But the majority of them are check-chasing bastards. Here's what they do. And trust me, I was buying a lot of single-family homes, okay? I got calls from realtors all the time. You know why? Because I was a cash buyer that would close within 30 days, okay? Because I could go rent it out to a corporation. So yeah, did I get off-market deals? All the time. You know why? Because if a realtor was going out to get a listing and it was a decent property, she goes, listen, I have a buyer for it already. I don't even think we have to put it on the market. I could get you probably get your asking price, right? That sounds good to a seller. Okay. She called me up, Vinnie, I got this house. It's a great rental, right? I'm telling you, you can make money on it. She'd send it over. We run our numbers. All right. Yeah, we'll buy it. Done. She didn't have to do anything. They're lazy. Has nothing to do with relationships. It has to do with the realtor not wanting to do anything and get paid a check. Right? So now, what he's talking about relationships, they got a lot of money because he's got all of his students' money. Right? So here's all our money. We're cash buyers. You got a good deal. We're a cash buyer. We'll close quick. Of course you're going to get the call. Of course. They don't want to do anything. But if you had a relationship but you had no money and you got bad credit, you're not getting called. Okay? So now you got to be in the game and in the system. You got to be doing this stuff. Okay? And if you're doing it, yes, you will get called. If you are in the game, okay, and they know who you are and you're a cash buyer and you can close quick, yes, the realtors are going to call you. They're going to call you because they don't have to work for a living. They don't want to work for a living, these realtors. They don't want to work, okay? If they can close a deal quickly without working, that's what they're going to do, okay? Oh, let me fix my earpiece again. Again, my earpiece. Sorry, folks, but I am going to have to buy a set of headphones. So, you know, it's not systems, it's money, okay? It's not relationships, it's knowing that you can close it quick. If you're a cash buyer and you got money, right, the realtors will find you. They will find you, okay? Because if you can say, yes, I can close quickly, that's what they want, okay? That's what they want, folks. Come on. Now, why isn't my earpiece working? What is going on? Hello? Test. Okay, this one died. This one's working. All right, let's continue. I can't hear. Well, I'm going to have to put this on pause. Bear with me, and we'll be right back. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking. Test. Testing. 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 All right, let's go back. Let's see if we can hear this guy.
To a motivated seller, and those are off-market deals. And these are things like pre-foreclosure.
Typical same list that everybody throws out there. Pre-foreclosures, bankruptcy, evictions, divorces, probate, fire damage, delinquent taxes, code violation. You know, same old, same old. Good luck with this. Good luck. Good luck.
We've bought a lot of pre-foreclosures over the years. We've bought a lot of properties that are in bankruptcy. The homeowner declares bankruptcy.
Listen, I'm all for the pre-foreclosures, right? I like the pre-foreclosures. Now, where do you go find the pre-foreclosures? To the attorneys, the bankruptcy attorneys, the real estate bankruptcy attorneys. That's who you go see for those, okay?
A lot of landlords will evict tenants, and they've owned those properties. You know, I call them burnt-out landlords. And we've been doing direct mail to burn-out landlords for years.
I'm just so tired.
SMS.
Okay, same thing. How to market, direct mail, right? Texting, networking, website. It's the same stuff.
Our students, for example, a student of ours, we do, first we educate them.
Oh my God.
On how to get the right list, right? If you're getting a pre-foreclosure list.
Those lists all suck. Don't believe me? Go talk to anybody who buys the list. They suck. You're not getting anywhere.
Where do you get that list, right? And once you have that list, how do you communicate?
Okay. By the way, so far, we have learned nothing about real estate. Okay? Nothing. We talked about marketing, right? Our system. We flipped some. We're an hour in. We haven't learned anything about real estate, right? I mean, this is all basic 101 crapola that doesn't work. The majority of it doesn't work.
Evaluate those opportunities from all the direct mail campaigns that we've created. This is just one small example.
Let me ask you a question, right? How many people do you think are actually going to open up that yellow letter? Right? How many people do you think are going to actually open up that yellow letter? None of them. None of them. They're throwing it in the trash. It's junk mail. I mean, come on.
Example of how you find off-market opportunities.
Oh my God, shut up.
Interior, the exterior, to the HVAC. And we follow a checklist to tell.
Again, you're doing your estimated repair costs. If you do not know how to estimate costs, okay, and if they have the numbers in there, it's worthless because the prices change all the time. All the time. So you cannot go by this. Again, you need to know how to do this. Having checklists is not going to help you. Analyze the deal. Okay. Listen, I'm all for analyzing the deal. That you shouldn't have to have this to analyze the deal. You should know how to run numbers, right? And once you learn how to run numbers, if you want to put it in a spreadsheet, fine. I don't care. But you should be able to run numbers pretty quickly to know if it's a good deal or not a good deal. All right? This is just all marketing bullshit. Let me put this together to make it look good so I can sell it. It's all junk.
You make off. When I started, I didn't have anything like this. We didn't have a process.
You don't need anything. You don't need it.
We were writing things down on pieces of paper, doing back of the envelope calculations with, like a calculator on your phone. That's not how you do it, right? You got to have a system and a process for doing that. So we have what we call our deal analyzer that all of our students use. And this is really, once again, the difference between what amateurs do. They don't have a system. They don't have a process. They take too much risk. They might lose money on a deal versus somebody who might be brand.
No. Listen. I guarantee you right now today, you could take 10 people and we'll pay for him. We'll pay for them to go learn his system, right? And I guarantee you, I'll take 10 of my students that we don't have to go learn a system. We learn how it's done, okay? And I guarantee you we will kick their ass every time because we've done it. I've done it over and over and over and over, okay? You don't have to have things in a computer, right, to say, oh, well, you know, it costs this and it costs this. No, you don't need that stuff. And I am telling you that if you as a newbie, or what he calls an amateur, okay, they go out there, they have no clue what they're doing. And just because you have papers that'll help you go along doesn't mean anything. Your numbers have to be right. What am I buying it for? What's my cost to buy it? Meaning, what are my closing costs? What are my holding costs? Okay, what's my cost to repair it? How long am I going to be in there for? How much is my hard money loan cost? Right? What can I sell it for? Best case, worst case. Okay? Then after I pay everybody back, and then I pay my taxes, am I making money? Okay? It's really simple. Okay? It's not difficult. All this stuff here is just guru bullshit, right? To charge you money. So far, we haven't talked about anything but systems. Let's learn the system.
New, but is running their business just like a professional. A great example is right here from Daniel. You know, Daniel sent out a direct mail campaign. We showed him what list buy. He sent it out to a behind on tax list. Bought the property, used our direct mail fulfillment company. Once we owned it, took 6 months from owning to listing.
By the way, it's his company. As you heard him, he said he bought it from our company, right? If you listen to it, right? From our company. Listen to it again. He bought it from our company.
Going on a deal versus somebody who might be brand new, but is running their business just like a professional.
System.
A great example is right here from Daniel. You know, Daniel sent out a direct mail campaign. We showed him what list buy. He sent it out to a behind on tax list. Bought the property, used our direct mail fulfillment company. Once we owned it, took 6 months from owning to listing,
company,
and closed in the first weekend. Right? It's no secret.
Now, by the way, look, if you look down here, right, it's going to tell you, right, these results are not interpreted as common or typical or expected, right? Read the bottom line. Listen, read it. Read what he's telling you, okay? He's telling you. It ain't, just read the bottom. Read what he has, right? Listen, you can find deals out there. I want you to read the bottom here. Read this stuff down here, okay? That's what I want you to read. Should not expect to receive a real estate, what's that? Expect to receive a real estate education. The students depicted have purchased Fortune Builders advanced stuff, right? So what they're doing is they're spending more money and more money and more money and more money and more money. They got one deal done, right? I mean, there's deals out there to be had, okay? They're out there. If you're out there working, you'll find them. But make sure you have the money to buy them, to fix them, to flip them, right? So now he talked about this one here, right? So this right here. He bought it for $75,000, okay? Did he really buy it for $75,000? Repair costs $277,000. His holding costs are $25,000. Now, what I want to know is, was it their own money? Did they borrow the money? Right? What money did they use? Right? Now, trust me, they might have got this deal done, but where's number two? It's very, very, very difficult to go out there and buy a $500,000 house, right? It said $300,000 in repair, right? 277.3, 375. I mean, maybe, maybe not. You know, I'm not going to say this didn't happen. It could have happened. All right. So far, but we haven't learned anything. We're talking about systems.
Sent it out to a behind on tax list. Bought the property, used our direct mail fulfillment company. Once we own
right,
and he's doing
yeah,
it on
his company. By the way, you heard it, his company.
Sent it out to a behind on tax list. Bought the property, used our direct mail fulfillment company. Once we owned it, took 6 months from owning to listing, and closed in the first weekend. Right? It's no secret. You look at the before and the after picture using. We
don't need to. All right. So here's what he's talking about now: funding of real estate deals. Okay. This is exactly how you get deals done. Wait. So it's either how about your money? What about your money? Right. So you got your money. Okay. Banks. So you have to qualify. Now, you're not going to go to a bank and borrow money on that type of house. They don't lend money on that. You can do it if it's owner occupied, and you can do an FHA. It's called a 203K, I think, something like that. It's a rehab loan. That's the only thing you're getting. But it's not going to be non-owner occupied. It's not going to be a flip. You're not getting the money for that. So you're not going to banks. You got private money lenders and hard money lenders. Owner financing, forget it. You're not doing subject financing, right? Joint ventures, yes, right? You're not doing syndications. You got to get licensed and all sorts of things. Stop. So your options are your own money, private money, which right, hard money lenders, okay, which is going to be 10, 12, 14%, 2, 3, 5 points, especially if it's your first deal, okay? As you do more deals, the price goes down, right? You can get it down to 0 points, right? Okay? You're not doing owner financing, especially if you've never done a deal before in your life. You're not doing subject to, it's the stupidest thing in the world. Joint ventures, okay, meaning you go in with a partner. I like that. Yeah. Now, I would do this with a contractor, right? You put up the money, and the contractor does the deal, and everybody wins. I like that, okay? So I'm all for that. But he hasn't said anywhere where we're getting it, right?
Individuals who will loan money for us to purchase the properties that we fix and flip, and they will earn a fixed rate of return.
Private money credibility. Come on. You guys are going to do come on. Let me tell you something. You're going to do a pitch deck and a business plan, but haven't done one deal. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Secure the funding is I'll actually send out a copy of the deal.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If you think for 1 second, as an inexperienced person, you're going to go and do a pitch deck and think that you're going to go get money, you're out of your mind. The first thing you're going to say is, how many deals have you done? None? Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay? That's what you're going to get. They're going to say, listen, we'll lend you money, but how much money are you putting into the game? Okay? You're not going to be able to go and put pitch decks together and business plans together, right? And think you're going to go get all the money in the world. It doesn't happen that way. They want to know what kind of experience you have. How many houses have you flipped? Because they know if you have no experience and you haven't flipped a house, you don't know what you're doing, and you're in over your head. I don't give a shit if you got this detailed scope of work. It means nothing. Because they don't know if your numbers are right. They have no idea. Your numbers could be dead wrong. Oh my God. Right? Private money webinar deck. Right? This is for bigger projects too anyway, right? I mean, come on. Your financial future alone, help, right? We're going to, oh my God, wholesale, oh my God. Listen, here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can absolutely tell you. I've had people tell me they've gone to this. Now, I've went and got thrown out of here, right, on the first day. I never made it to the boot camp. And here's exactly what I've heard from at least 10 different people. They get you to come to the boot camp for a couple thousand, right? And the whole entire 2 or 3 days there over the weekend, they got guys walking around, credit card people, to get you to max out your credit cards, and you could get into their $10,000, $20,000, or $40,000 program. Like, let me ask you something. If you spend $10,000, you're not going to get the same education as the $40,000? What are you going to get for $10,000? You're going to wholesale, but not flip? Does it make any sense to you? Okay? You're not going to go and learn how to buy property this way. Okay? I mean, listen, you could go online for free and get the same identical, like these estimators and everything else. They're free all over the place. You don't need to pay somebody for that. Okay? You do not need to pay somebody for that. They're all over the place. If you need like a deal analyzer, right? Go online. They're all over the place, right? If you need an estimator, a cost estimator for bedrooms and bathrooms, go online. They're free, all over the place. Okay, you're not learning how to do this. Okay, to learn how to wholesale is simple. To learn how to flip is simple. But actually doing it is a whole different animal. So let's see what else is. Here we go. Access to our real estate at $2,000 value. Where'd that come from? Deal analyzer repair, $300. Why is it worth $300?
And make your life so.
Why is it $300?
You see, over
you get all this stuff online for free.
Documented every single successful rehab that we've completed. We followed a recipe. We had a template for the kitchen, for the bath, for the landscaping, for the
everybody
HVAC,
does that.
And we just
everybody does
reuse these templates.
Whatever needs to get fixed, we fix
on our next property. And this is one of the tools that has really helped us create absolutely
whatever needs to get fixed, you fix it. Right?
A database like we have. And you're going to have access to this. This is worth the investment alone
it's not.
To get access to our scope of work library. I mean,
why do you need a scope of work library?
It's going to be for you find a home that needs work. You estimate the repairs using our repair estimator. And then you're getting ready to close on the property. Well, a lot of times people are going to walk into that rehab completely blind. They're going to walk up and talk to the contractor and say, hey, give me a quote on fixing the property. Contractor's not going to know what to do, what type of materials they want in the property, and you're going to get an inflated quote. Imagine, though, spending an hour utilizing...
No, you need to know your market. You need to know what kind of things you're going to put in there. You're not going to go put custom cabinets in a $200,000 house. Know your market. Just go around to all the other houses, open houses, and go look and see what's selling. We used to do that every weekend, me and my wife. We would drive the neighborhoods that we invest in. We'd go into the open houses. We mark down the house. All right, this is house, what it's selling for. What did it sell for? Right? What condition was it in? Right? How big was it? How many bedrooms? How many baths? Right? We knew all that stuff. You don't need this. You don't need this. If you need help trying to estimate and stuff like that, Okay, you can find charts and graphs online for free. You don't need this. You just have to know your market.
In this tool to put together a complete scope of work for the property. For example,
You don't need
you're
to.
gonna come into the kitchen, you're going to say, okay, I want to spend a certain amount of money on this kitchen. And you're going to click through the different templates until you find one that has the look that you like and is within the budget that you're looking to utilize. And then you'll download that scope of work. And you'll download this template and put it into your scope of work. And you're going to give this to a contractor and say, hey, I only need a labor quote because I already know what materials I want to go in.
It doesn't matter that you know the cost of this because those costs change constantly. Listen, I used to be able to go buy drywall, $5, $6 a sheet, another $25 a sheet, right? You don't know. Prices change on this stuff constantly. So it's no good. Is it an estimate? Yeah, it's an estimate. But that's why you got to know what you're doing and you got to be spot on. Because 20,000 turns into 40,000. Like that. And that's why this is meaningless. I don't care that he says the sink is $400. Because maybe next week it's $600. You don't know. God.
This is going to make the process so much easier for the contractor because they know exactly where they're going to order the materials. They know exactly what materials are going to go in.
All the contractors already know they have suppliers. They have their own suppliers that they get discounts. And if you're going to be doing this, you should have suppliers. Oh my God.
Into that. You know exactly what the finished product is going to look like. It creates a standard process. This is a recipe. You're going to find a house and you're just going to come in here and within an hour, you're going to build a scope of work. This is something that people have no idea how to do on their first few projects.
Of course not. They're all going to get burnt. I tell you that. That's why you don't flip. Even if you have this, you're not making money because you don't know if these numbers are right until you go out there and your contractor goes out there and gets current fees and current rates and everything else. It's got to be current. Today's market. The cost of it today. Maybe you don't have to do landscaping. Maybe you don't have to touch the living room. But you need to have more than just one general contractor. If you were smart, you'd have a team. You'd have a plumber. You'd have an electrician. You have a painter. You have a rug guy. You have an appliance guy, right? You got a tile guy, right? You got a kitchen guy. You got a concrete guy. You got a roofer, right? You got an insulator. You have your guys, right? And then you take control of it. You don't need all this. Oh my God.
Hours
this is just
every single time they find their next home, and you don't have to worry about it. You're going to have a competitive advantage over other investors. This is a tool you'll use in the business, but this is also a tool that you'll use from a learning standpoint. You see, we created a database of well over 100 successful projects that we made a tremendous amount of money from. And we only put our most successful projects in here. Ones that we got great feedback, multiple offers from.
Yeah, you're not going to put all the fucking losers in there that you lost fucking money on. And I guarantee you lost money on fucking homes.
Buyers and great feedback from realtors. And then we use those templates over and over and over again.
Let me tell you something. If you build a house and you don't get great feedback from a realtor, you're worthless. You get out of the game. Get out of the game. Because it means you're doing a shit job.
And you have the ability to search and find what templates you like, leveraging and utilizing templates that we've utilized in the past. And
for what?
Throughout the curriculum, you can also go through the 3D tours of the before and the after on the house to learn. So you can practice things like estimating repairs. Here, for example, is a property that we took a 3D tour on. before we did the rehab. And we do this just so our students can learn and can utilize. And what they do is they practice things like estimating repairs. You don't have to take any of the risk of going out there and buying a home and hopefully gaining some experience before you get started. You can do 5, 10 full case studies with us, being part of the Investor Academy, and gain that same experience so that when you actually go out there and conduct business, you have confidence.
See, so this is what's driving me nuts. Listen, he's showing like the heating, the air conditioning. Are you a heating and air conditioning guy? You're just going to take their word for it? No, you need somebody who knows the systems. You got to kind of an HVAC guy out there and say, tell me the condition of this. Does it need to be rehabbed? Do I need it repaired? What's the cost estimate on this of today's dollar? Not last year's, not 6 months ago's, today's dollar. What's it going to cost me? What's it really need? Right? That's what you need to do. You need to have your kitchen guy go out, say, hey, listen, what can we do here? Right? How about your designer? You go out there and say, listen, what do you want to do here? How do we want to do this house? Right? You don't need this. Oh my God. Because if it's not current and up to date, it's worthless. And if you think you're going to go out there and estimate yourself, and if you're not a contractor already, and you think that you're going to go out there and you're going to learn by walking a house, you don't know what you're looking at. Okay? You don't even know what you're looking at.
And buying a home and hopefully gaining some experience.
Okay.
Before you get started.
Okay, there's the kitchen. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Okay? He's going to say, all right, well, our kitchen design, okay, it's going to be 10 grand. And then it comes out to $16,000 in today's money.
5, 10 full case studies with us.
Right? There's your heating system.
Being part of the Investor Academy and gain that same experience so that when you...
Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. It looks good. Okay. How about you call an HVAC guy to go out there and tell us if it works? Right? And what does it really need? You don't know if they sabotage the damn thing. Right? You don't know.
Go out there and conduct business, you have confidence. So what our students do is they practice estimating repairs on properties that we've already bought and fixed and sold. And what they'll do is they'll tour the home, they'll estimate the repairs, and then they'll come in and for example, they'll actually get to see what the finished product looks like, because what we've also done is we've taken 3D tours of the after components.
You could go online and go look before and after, right? The bottom line is you need to know how to estimate in today's market, today's dollars and cents. Not what somebody did last year.
Of the house. And they can download the scope. We have a due diligence checklist. When we manage our rehabs, we have a contractor checklist, a rehab checklist, a punch list checklist. And this is something that will keep
it's all
you
standard
safe.
Stuff.
You see, there's a lot of different ways that you can make mistakes as a real estate investor.
Kidding.
And what we've done is we've put every aspect of the business into a checklist that makes it so easy for you to follow. So when you are marketing to find a deal, you have a checklist.
I'm not saying this isn't a bad thing. Right? You could get these anywhere for free.
Checklist. You have a
right. You get these anywhere.
Checklist for every part of the business that you're just going to follow. That's going to help save you time, money.
Shit, you get AI will give this to you. ChatGPT will give you this.
I see a lot of beginning investors that make a mistake and they end up losing money on a deal because they miss something in the due diligence process.
Of course they do.
You won't have to.
And your checklist is not going to fix it.
Sheer number of mistakes that new investors have.
Oh my God. Shut up.
Is they don't know what questions they should be asking. No brainer for you. And in fact, I'm going to make it I'm going to give you a risk-free offer to try it and start learning to enroll.
No, thank you. Let's look, $99 a month.
Really have two out of it. I'm going to give you is you can make a small investment in yourself, right?
Yeah.
And
then the upsells come.
You receive if you give it a shot, it could potentially.
And remember what it was in there. You're not going to make any money. You had to keep going buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying because nobody makes money.
Huge change. Additional bonus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access to our rental property curriculum. For years, we've been
Right?
building.
Listen, I'm going to give you access. It's free, but it could cost us because it's worthless. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? It's worthless.
Building a rental portfolio. And this is one of the best aspects of real estate. This is a course that I created and I sell separately for $999. You're going to get access to this today. If you enroll today and become part of the Investor Academy, you're going to get access to the rental property curriculum as well. And
the rental property curriculum.
Start Investor Academy is you have the next 30 minutes to enroll to get access to everything that I'm talking about. And all you have to do to get started is go to startinvestoracademy.com.
$99. Look, he didn't talk about anything except for, I mean, again, what did we learn? We learned he's got a system and he's going to sell you the system for $99 a month, right? Now, if you want anything more, be prepared to shell out $10, $20, $30, $40,000 to learn wholesaling or flipping properties. Stay tuned to this thing, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you flipping for free. I'm going to show you wholesaling for free, okay? So you don't have to pay somebody money, okay? And if you need help with any of this, I'll help you, right? I will show you stuff literally. Again, what I'm saying is this, okay? If you need help, right? I'm going to open this up, okay? If you need help, you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do, right? Oh, sorry, I have to sit down or you can't see me, okay? Right? Look what I'm telling you. Look what I'm telling you, okay? Look what I'm going to tell you. Free help. Okay? If you want wholesaling or flipping, you will get free help. Free help. Won't cost you a dime. Let me know what it is that you need, and I will help you with it for free. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. I am in the process of right now, so that it's not set up. It's not set up right now. It's not set up right now, but it's getting set up. I have to set it up, right? So at one point, I have the the QR code for your, the metal card, the dot card, right? It's got the QR code on the back. This will have all my contact information on it, right? I will make sure it's in the system so that if you truly want or need some free help, I'm going to help you, okay? I'm going to help you. You know why? Because I hate gurus that rip people off. And I am telling you, I know that a lot of people that went to this guy spent lots of money and got ripped off, right? So, again, free help. If you need some free help, you're going to get it from me, okay? And what I'm going to do, I am going to teach you guys for free, on this site, for free, okay? I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you wholesaling, okay? And I'm going to teach you flipping. All free. And then if you need any help, I will help you. Me. Only me. I'm the only guy here. There's nobody else around but me. It's only me. Me. I don't have anybody to help me. It's just me. So I'm going to help you for free. Wholesaling or flipping. Okay? So trust me, do not waste your money on Merrill. It's a waste of time. All you're going to do is get in the sales funnel and get sold, right? And then he's going to call you a loser for not going to the inner circle, to the mastermind, right? It's going to cost you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And I guarantee you, you will never buy a property using this guy's methods. Okay? Now, if you've got money and you got a job and you got good credit, you don't need him, right? But if you want those forms, okay, go spend $100 a month to go grab all of his forms. But you can get them online anyway, right? They're all over the place for free, right? Just go to ChatGPT. They'll make them up for you for free too. But I'm telling you, it's going out there and learning how to do these things. You need a team. You need a team of experts around you to make things happen, okay? So there's my rant on Than Merrill. I apologize for my ears. Obviously, I got to get a decent set of headphones, right? Because my Bluetooth doesn't work and shuts off and it pisses me off. So, thanks for coming. If there's somebody out there you want me to look up, go after, I will. This, I am telling you, I have experience with people that went there and got ripped off, never bought a property, ever. And all it is an upsell. Upsell, 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 upsell. It gets you in the sales funnel, folks. Trust me, I talk to 10 people a day that want to take me to the next level with all these sales funnels bullshit stuff, okay? So, I'm telling you what they tell me. It's all about a sales funnel, right? Upsell, upsell. I'm like, I'm the anti-guru. I'm the anti-fucking guru. All right, folks, I'll see you in class.